Good morning to everybody. Good day to everybody, and welcome to my program. You know how we do it. So, as you join me, you like and share. Bring in more people. Let's spend time together. So, I want to see more people join us. So, as you join the program, you share, you like and share. You got the gist now. You like and share. That's how we do it here. I also want to welcome, my new followers, those that newly joined this page. I want to say welcome to this great page. Nobody has joined on YouTube. I'm waiting for more people to join on YouTube before the flight takes off. Man, since over a week now, I have been having catarrh, sneezing up and down. Yesterday, I wanted to go live, but I could not because I was coughing heavily, you know, and this morning I'm feeling better, so I decided to come live now. I've got a lot on my mind. I've got a lot on my mind. Sparky, yes, so yes, I've got a lot on my mind, and this is why I came out now. Bosco, I see you big time. This morning we are discussing politics. 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 And let me tell you let me say this to so many people who are new on this page. You see, I want to tell you that this page is a non-religious page. It is a non-tribal page. Bosco, I'm coming. Let me just introduce there are so many new followers on this page. Here we don't do tribe. We don't do religion. You do understand me? Tribe is one of the problems we have in Africa. Religion also is is among the problems we have in Africa. That is why I don't. And eh, this morning, I'm going to talk. Jack, I see you. This morning, guys, like and share this broadcast. Let's go. I am going to touch many areas this morning. Mohammed Musa, good to see you. I want to see more people join us. Let's go. More people should join us. Let's go. How many are we here? We are not many. I want more people to join us before we get the party started. I want more people to join us before we. Somebody is asking me, somebody is saying, why did Africans run to America in the 18th century? Look at a question somebody is asking. that person that asked this question must be an African man. Well, guys, let's go. How many are we here? Not many. I want more people to join. Magdalene Jacobs, I see you. Good morning to you. Why are we the way we are? I mean, when you look at other race, do I say other races? Yes, plural, because many. When you look at other races, like the Chinese, the Japanese, the Arabs, the Europeans, and the rest, the Indians, why are we the lowest? Why? Why are we the most disrespected race in this world? Why? I'm going to tell you the reasons this morning. And this morning, I'm going to, that is, say it the way it is. I'm not afraid. Because, first of all, I want to tell you that I am about 58 years old. I've seen everything in life. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of nobody. All the evil things going on in Africa, I will be exposing it one after the other until we change. All the evil things going on in Africa, I will use this platform and be exposing it. Do you understand me? Because as a black man, I'm not happy. How I am being treated, even in the continent of Africa and the outside African continent, the black man has black people have no dignity. Akinola Abiodun Remedy, I see you. We don't have dignity as human beings. And where, how do I put it now? Where does the problem lies? Somebody, see, let me tell you here, I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to, do you think I'm online to make money? If I am online to make money, I will not be dropping these kind of videos. I will not criticize the government. I will not criticize religion. I will want everybody to follow me, and I will make videos that you will like. My videos will be pleasing to everybody. Do you understand me? So I'm not here. That's, if you don't like, do you know how many followers I get every day on TikTok? The last 1 week, I got over 11,000 followers on TikTok. In 1 week, I got over 11,000 followers on TikTok. Do you understand me? So I'm not begging anybody. If you like, you follow. If you don't like, you move. But the party must go on. The party must go on. I'm going to touch many areas this morning. I want to start by, yes, I've got to talk what I saw and what's happening. 1 second, guys. Share this broadcast. See, ever since I was born, since I have been a little boy, all what I've been hearing is politicians stealing money, politicians looting money. Since I was a small boy, I had it. Politicians looting money. I thought at a time this trend would stop, but it did not stop. Since I was born, there has never been constant electricity supply. Life was miserable for many of us. Until today, life is still miserable for many people living in Africa. Nothing has changed. See, I discovered the main aim many African politicians vie for contest for election is to go and steal money. The main reason these politicians can go for political posts, campaign, go for politics, these individuals, is to go steal money. That was why I said in the beginning, I said, why are we the lowest among human beings? Some call us subhuman. You as an African, outside the continent of Africa, nobody respects you. Nobody listens to what you've got to say. They believe you are subhuman. You are the lowest of all human beings. That's what they believe. Man, if you doubt me, unless you don't read other people's body language, or you're not sensitive to observe how they treat you, how they address you. They talk to you as an African man or African woman anyhow. They treat you anyhow at the airport. They even at the supermarkets, on the road. They don't pardon you whenever you make a mistake. Any smallest mistake you make, they capitalize on it to punish you. As an African man living in abroad, no mercy for you. They call you names. These things don't disturb you. And a lot of people are comfortable with it. I posted a video. I don't live in Africa. I posted a video. A video where they found money in bags, rotten, decayed money in bags, stashed as away somewhere. I saw the video. I did not know the time that video came out. I saw the video. I listened, I read comments, I saw what a lot of people, African people, they were crying, saying, look at what their politicians are doing to them. That video came out from Nigeria. Rotten money, decayed money in bags, billions of money. People were crying that they have no food to eat, no money to buy medications. They can't survive. But that money was hidden inside bags and left to rotten. It was eventually discovered. Ajayi Ayomide, good day to you. It was eventually discovered. By the time they discovered that money, it has already decayed. Now let me tell you, this wasn't the first time I've seen such video. I have also seen somebody hide money in his rooms and that money decayed. I've seen so many of such videos among come out from Africa. Politicians hide money. Maybe they wanted to, send the money overseas, or they did not know what to do with that amount of money. They got stuck with the money. This is a country where people find it difficult to eat. People cannot transport themselves from one location to the other. No water, nothing works in these countries. Yet, a particular individual, let me say this now. Back then in Africa, how many do I want to? For anybody who wants to defend corruption, any man or woman who wants to defend corruption, that is, I don't want to lay curse on anybody because I'm not happy. I do not want to lay curse on anybody because you do not know how many people these politicians have indirectly and directly eliminated. Yes. So kill somebody is not only when you shoot at that person with a gun. You don't know. You don't know. All these road accidents that are happening on our roads occurs because of bad roads, which the government are supposed to repair and make motorable. People die every day on these roads. Trailers fall every day on those roads. The black man. Man, when I watch videos of our roads alone, African roads, man, you shed tears, you cry. There is no even, go to North African countries. If you go to North African countries like Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, you might think you are in Europe. To Algeria, if you go to Morocco, you might mistake Morocco to European country. Yes, if you go to Morocco, go to Egypt and see skyscrapers. As at 1990 to 1991, Egypt already has underground railway system, subway transportation. Egypt. Many of these countries in North Africa, these Arab countries in North Africa, they do not have the mineral resources African people, the sub-Saharan African countries, what we have, they don't have it. They don't have it. But go to this North Africa, if not for the war in Libya, do you know how the citizens of Libya lived? They lived like kings and queens when Muammar Gaddafi was alive. Back then in Libya, after selling their crude oil, every citizen gets a share, a cut from that crude oil. When you get married, each Libyan citizen that got married when Muammar Gaddafi was alive gets like $20,000. I've met citizens, I drove taxi many years. I've met citizens from this, Middle East, like what is it called? Kuwait and the rest of them. They say every month they get money. The government pays them. These are countries that have crude oil. These are not black people. They are not typical African people. They say they pay them. That is why you don't see citizens of Kuwait and all these oil-rich countries in abroad as refugees begging. Let me tell you, who want to leave his homeland to go suffer as a slave? Who want to leave his homeland if his homeland is okay? If things are done right in his homeland, who want to leave the land of his birth, the land of his ancestors, to go begin to plead, beg Europeans, Asians, and other people to give them permit to live in their countries, to begin to serve as slaves in foreign lands? If your country is okay, if the economy of your country is okay, nobody will like to live. If you see, if things are right in your country, you will only travel on vacation. But the heart of African people. One time I told you guys, when I was driving taxi, one guy told me the most cruel human being on earth are black people. The most wicked human beings on earth are black people. And when I look at what is going on, I seem to believe it. How we are to each other. I argued the guy. I said, no, it was the Arabs. He said, after the black people, you get the Arabs. But the most cruel human being are the black people. Now let me tell you, in the first place, we are wicked to ourselves. Not only that, we don't have love for ourselves. We hate each other with passion. You see the Arabs. The Arabs are united. The Arabs, when you meet them at workplace, they want you to leave the work. You, the black man, to leave that work and bring in their own people, their own Arab brother or Arab sister. They will conspire, the Arabs will conspire against you to send you packing, to sack you from your workplace and replace that your position with an Arab. They work together. When you meet the Turkish people, they work as a team. The Chinese people work as a team. The Afghana, all the people you see here, they work as a team. The only people that don't work as a team, the only race that does not work as a team is Africa, the African race, the black people. A black man will see an opportunity, will see a job opportunity, job vacancy. He will not tell his own brother. A black man want to be, an African man or African woman want to be the only black person in the company. He wants to be the only black person in the company. And when another black person comes to join him, he will conspire with other race, like with Arabs or Europeans, or even betray his own brother in order to be the only black man there. Do you understand me? To be that is, he wants to be the only black man. Did you know that there are some black people that are not even happy to see other black people in Europe? Man, when I came to this country, there were no Arabs. When I came to, let me say it, when I come to this country, there were, you hardly see women with, what is it? These women with these things they tie on their head. They call it buka. You don't see it. Then this country was typical European setting. Listen attentively. We have been here before. First of all, in this country are the Turkish, then the Serbians, ex-Yugoslavia, then black people. First, you see the Turkish came here. After the war, they were brought, after the Hitler war, they were brought to come help and rebuild this country and Germany and the rest. Now, after the Turkish, you see the ex-Yugoslavia, these Eastern Europeans, them black people. You understand me? We have been here. But let me tell you how these people operate. The Arabs and the Muslim community, they believe in numbers. That the more their numbers increase, the more powerful they become. This is my own personal observation. The Arabs, they want to dominate. They want to stand united and dominate. I'm not telling you a lie. My own personal observation here. The only people that don't want to stand united and dominate, the black race does not know what it means to dominate, to stand united and dominate. No. This is why the black race can never control, dominate, or invade any other society or race. They don't have that capacity, that unity. No, the black race, African people don't have that unity to go elsewhere and dominate a people, another race. They don't have it. Because we don't have that oneness of purpose, that unity within us. We don't have it. We don't have it. Men, I've checked this thing. I do not know where this problem is from. Look at the politicians. Even, you will post, when I post a video, Each time I post a video, you still see some African people come to defend thieving politicians. And the same African people who are defending these thieving politicians are suffering too. The people you want to liberate, those that you want to liberate from their, you want to ease their suffering, will fight you. You don't understand it. It seems as if black people, they want to remain where they are. The Chinese, they believe in Chinese pride. That is, the Chinese people want to dominate and rule the world. This is what a lot of people do not know. Europeans want to keep ruling the world. They want to keep dominating and rule the white people. You keep hearing about white supremacy. They believe in white pride, that there is no other race greater than Europeans. That's their belief. And they do everything to remain on top. Yes, they do everything to remain on top. And the Japanese too. Every race wants to be on top. The only race that do not want to be on top, is the black race. To be honest, sometimes should I regret being a black man? The only race that does not know what race pride is are the black people. The black man want to see another black man suffering. We have oppressive regime all over the continent of Africa. Oppressive regime. They want to see you suffer. They want to see you, they want to see you as a slave. See, today, in many African countries, no politician has been punished. You see politicians steal money, loot money. People find it out, discover it. The next is they just make blah, 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 and that politician will be left off the hook. After 2 years, you still hear the same, Okoro, Chidebere, Sunday, see you. After a few years, you still hear the same story. One governor, a president, one politician, vice president, somebody, a senator, stole money. When is it going to, how did China sanitize their country? I don't encourage violence, but how did China sanitize their country? Anybody found corrupt in China, let me tell you, China was on the same level with many African countries before. China was considered a third world country some years back. In China, they had many corrupt politicians who looted money. In China, China was backward, laughed at, until China went back to drawing board. China knew corruption will destroy them. Bad leaders will destroy them. They need to compete with the rest of the world. Let me tell you what Chinese people did. Many of you did not know. Many of you don't know. Let me tell you what Chinese people did. Chinese people eliminated all the corrupt politicians, all the thieves. They deleted all the thieves in their society to get things right. Those people responsible for the backwardness of China, they deleted them all. This has nothing to do with, it's not tribe. Anybody up to today, that is how. After they deleted all these thieving politicians in China, things began to normalize in China. In Africa, few individuals are holding countries and the continent backward. Few individuals are holding. This is what happened, and this is what is happening in many countries. Did you think it's happened in Europe here? Europeans, yes, Europeans had to eliminate corrupt politicians if you want your country to move on, to move forward. Today, China will be considered world power. China now is respected. Nobody jokes with Chinese citizens. Nobody. You don't see it. But the black man, what do you think is holding us back? Why? How many people, what's the population of the people that are holding the African continent? Few politicians. Few politicians who are bent on running countries as business centers. Many of you do not know what's going on. You don't know because, let me tell you, these politicians you have in Africa, let me tell you, these politicians you have in Africa, I told you they are not patriots. They consider these countries as their business centers. You don't know. I am telling you the honest truth. They consider these countries as their business stores, shop, where they go and make money. Many of them are not living in their home countries. They are operating from abroad. I don't need to mention them. Listen to me. Listen to me very well. Many politicians are domiciled in abroad. You don't know. Their investments, all their investments are in abroad. Whenever there is, what's it called? What's it called, self? Political campaign. When it is time to fight for political posts, fight for presidency, governorship, you see them arrive their home countries to come and contest election. You don't know. Many are living in Europe, in France, in Dubai, in Spain, in USA, many places. In the Gulf. They don't live in the country. So what they do is, when they look for a way, they have already stolen enough money to contest elections. They have stolen enough money for generations to come. And they live life to, how do I say it? They live the best life. Each time their money kind of want to go down, they go to their countries and go contest for political posts. Steal money and come back again. Steal money for their children and their children's children. So they see these countries as a business center. And these are the people you entrust the leadership of your country in their hands. These are the people you entrust the leadership of your country in their hands. People who don't believe, people who have no faith in these countries, who don't even live in these countries. Their children don't even live in these countries. Their children. Some of them are even sponsoring corruption, sponsoring riots, sponsoring problems in the country in order to have their way. You may not know it or you may not understand it. Give me 1 second. So I'm back. So guys, now listen. Keep sharing this video. Now listen. These politicians we have in Africa who have their investments in Europe, in America, and in Middle East. They come to Europe, they travel to US. Listen, they travel to US, they see how things are done, but they do not want to do things the right way in their home countries. They travel to the West or to well-developed countries and they see how things are done. You call them politicians. I told you, these are politicians with selfish interest. Let me tell you, last Sunday, share this broadcast. Last Sunday, in a state in southeast Nigeria, there is a state called Ebonyi State. I did not know what was going on. Listen to me. In a state, in what's it called? Ebonyi State in southeast part of Nigeria. Herdsmen, they call them Fulani herdsmen, went to a remote village, went to a church and killed 16 people. Men and women, Fulani herdsmen went to a remote village in Ebonyi State. I did not hear it on time. I began to see videos and news flying up and down. Listen, Fulani herdsmen went to Ebonyi State in a remote village, launched attack to people that are worshiping in a church and killed 16 people, women and children, butchered like animal, and they escaped. Share this broadcast. We are talking about Africa here. Listen, we are talking about Africa. They went, now, this was not the first time such has happened. Listen, people die careless deaths. People die untimely deaths in Africa. People die before their time in Africa. When you go to a place, there is a place they call Southern Kaduna. Every now and then, you see them launch attack against indigenes of the state, and people get murdered. Thousands, getting to millions, have been murdered by these Fulani herdsmen, and nothing has been done about it. Listen attentively. You go to Benue State. You go to Benue State. Every now and then, you see villages they attack villages. And this is not even, and people die. You go to Benue State, you see them attack villages. Are you listening to me? If nobody is talking, I'm going to talk. Innocent men, women, children that have nothing to do with politics will be attacked and their lives taken away, cut short. It has been happening every now and then, and nothing has been done about it. In a country, you say you have leaders, people, and these Fulani herdsmen that are attacking these villages, they have not been caught. Nothing. Anybody you see, you guys are you will cause problem that even you cannot contain. At a time, you keep pushing people and you push people to the wall that you cannot even contain it. Since I've been a little boy, I've been not even a little boy, every now and then you hear about these attacks. And nothing has been done about it. These herdsmen, none, they don't catch them. They don't catch them. They don't catch them. Do you understand me now? Now, it has been happening for years. What has the state government, the federal government done about it to protect the lives of the citizens? If you know that all these remote villages are always attacked by these herdsmen, why don't you protect these villages? Like, go and mount police stations, military stations at these places so that you protect these vulnerable citizens. Why is it difficult for you to do? Listen to me attentively. Why is it difficult for you to protect these people living in remote villages who are prone to attack? Is it difficult for you to catch these culprits, these perpetrators, these criminals, these people these murderers? Why are they doing it and going scot-free? I'm listening to you. Are you listening to me? Why are these people, why is it difficult to catch these murderers? Why? You are here, you feel unconcerned because you still have your life. Now put yourself in the shoes of those people that were deleted. Put yourself in the shoes of those people who lost their family members. These people, they attack villages at night when the communities are sleeping. When the communities are sleeping, I'm talking about the black race. When the communities are sleeping, they sneak in with their weapons, go attack villages, and delete the lives of women, pregnant women, children, and the government will be sitting by and watching. You need to tell us what you know about it. You need to tell us why you've chosen not to do anything about the killings going on. I need to mention it in your countries. Are you happy? See the black man. Are you happy seeing women, children, elderly people murdered in your societies? Are you happy seeing it? When we talk about the black race, what is the motive behind it? What is the motive behind these killings going on that you don't want to stop? We talk about Europe. You cannot see such happening in Europe. It doesn't even happen in the Arab world. It doesn't happen. You cannot see such. These people you call politicians, they want to enjoy good life. They come to abroad. They see well-built infrastructures. They see how civilized people live. Every race, every tribe is respected. But in Africa, you don't want equality to reign in your country. Here in Europe, nobody can claim ownership of any country. No particular group claims ownership of any country. During election, if you lose, you go home. If you win, you rule. And that is how it is. Now, there are so many people, I read comments. Many people said they are scared to go to farms. I've seen thousands of videos where people say they are scared to go to farms. Number one, after planting their crops, you see cattle rearers go to the farms, use their cows, and the cows will eat up all the crops somebody labored to plant. You see, listen, you see Somebody will go to the farm, plant crops. You see herdsmen, cattle rearers, carry their cattle, their cows, go to the farm and eat up another person's sweat, another person's crops, and nothing will be done about it. Nothing will be done. You say you want a better country. You say you want a functional society. In which functional society have you seen cattle rearers roam about the street with cattle? I've been living in Europe here. I've never seen a goat or a cow before. How do you want to live as if? Why do you think they disrespect you? How can people be roaming the streets with cows in 21st century, spoiling people's farms, and nothing is done about it? Nothing is done about it. Again, why do you think they call the West civilized people? If you are a farmer, you build, or a cow, what is it called? A cattle rearer. You build ranches. You build ranches. You see ordinary hen, poultry farmers, they have their place. They build poultry where they rear their chickens, their hens, and the rest. I've seen it. Maybe one day I will post the picture. Things are not done anyhow here. There are boundaries. There are borders you don't cross. You cannot use your personal life, your business, to disturb other people's peace. You cannot use your personal business. Man, you guys will cause problem one day. You cannot use your personal business and cause and disturb other people's peace. Your business should be restricted within your boundaries. If you rear your cow, you can transport it, take it to a particular place where you sell it. But don't roam about with your cows on the streets. Don't use your cows to disturb people's peace. At times, you see why the black man is not respected. Have you seen why the black man is never respected? Because we don't do things accordingly. And when a particular politician comes into power, he now considers the welfare of his own people, his tribe. They don't, how can you move on? How can you move on? How can you proceed? How can you progress as a country when you are not a president for the whole country? You are a president for your tribe. Any particular tribe who produces a president, that president will, work for his own tribe, not for the general population. This is Africa for you. Now, how do you think your country can make progress? In a country where lives are not safe, you are not, anything can happen to you at any time. The culprits will not be apprehended. People will come to your village, murder you, and then the culprits will not be apprehended. They will go scot-free. Another day, they will launch another attack. You, in your own homeland, in your native land, your life is not safe. Yet you say you have governors, you have senators, you have presidents, the black man. Europeans tell you the black man cannot rule themselves. The black race cannot rule themselves. Selfishness, greed is what is disturbing them. Is what is disturbing them. Then here comes, then another is religion. Religion. One of the greatest problems we have in Africa is religion. Power tussle between different religious groups is the problem of Africa. Power tussle between different tribes is the problem of Africa. Who becomes the president? Who becomes the chief of staff? Who becomes this? Which tribe? It's not about merit. It's not about capability. It's not about who can deliver. It's about tribe. Even if that person is a non-entity, that is what they're after. How do you expect the black man, how do you expect to compete with the rest of the world with this mindset? You are unaliving each other, it's a shame. Hatred. Hatred. Hatred for one another. You are not ashamed. And you still have that guts. You still have the mind. You want to go live among civilized people. You don't want your own country to be civilized. You don't want things to be done the right way in your country. You see, you know what pains me the most is these particular people that you call politicians that are responsible for the backwardness of Africa. They know that their countries are backward. They contributed in impoverishing their people. What they do is they steal money and send their children to Sena climes, developed countries. They steal money, send their children to developed countries where cattle rearers, where they don't run the street with cows, where herdsmen don't roam the street with cows. They send their children there to go school, to go obtain better education. But in your home country, you refuse to do the right thing. You don't want to live in a sane society. You don't want your people to live a comfortable and quality life. Your children, you as a politician, your children need to go to best schools, live in a good environment, live in a well-secured environment where there is security. The police is there every time. There is firefighters. Nobody ambushes them at night. No herdsman goes to fight or eliminate your children at night. You send them to America. You send them to Europe, where life is safe. But in Africa, you sponsor insecurity. You sponsor insecurity in your own home country. You believe you are fighting for power. Nobody you want to dominate. We shall know where you guys are headed to. We shall know where you guys are headed to. One of the things, somebody like me, when the Spirit comes upon me, I will speak. One of the things somebody like me will never do is to stop speaking. When the Spirit comes upon me, I will definitely speak. And I will say things the way it is. Look at us everywhere. Do you know how I feel? Do you know how I feel as an African man? Do you know? You don't know. Let me change my, You don't know. There is no black man, there is no African man who lives in abroad that will not tell you he is not experiencing racism. There is no black man that is living in abroad who will tell you he's not experiencing racism or humiliation, disrespect every now and then. If you don't experience it, you experience subtle racism. Where you go to a place, go to an office, go to a doctor, you will be delayed. You'll be abandoned there, and they will be attending to Europeans, white people. Even if, no matter who you are, as a black man, they will look down on you. You think you are doing us. You are not, because it will affect you. No matter how much you loot, no matter the properties you buy, do you understand me? You are going to, it will affect your children. Because they see everyone as an African. No matter your money, the Europeans don't respect you. They see you as criminals, as thieves. People who don't love themselves. That is how Europeans see the black man. Let me tell you. You see presidents of countries. I made a video, somebody has mouth to talk. You see presidents of countries loot money, go stash it away in foreign countries. Offshore accounts, they have foreign accounts. They steal money. They go bank, save their money in foreign this thing. How do you want Europeans to be seeing you? Thieves. How do you want Europeans to be seeing you? Hater of his own people. Hater. They see you as, they can never respect the black man. They see you as hater of your own people. You steal money and you go save it in foreign accounts, in foreign banks. You think, yes, they know, they welcome you because they want to use that money for business. But you've exposed yourself. You have shown that the black man hates his own people. The black man does not like his own black man. The more you loot your money and take it abroad, the more you purchase properties in USA, in UK, in Dubai, all the places you purchase properties. But let me fix this thing. All the places you buy properties, the people mock you. See, hater of his own people, hater of her own people. The place you went to buy the property, it was human beings like you that built that place. You escaped, you stole money, you want to go live good life. You left your people behind suffering. Even not your village people. Your kind, your tribe, your race are suffering. The money that you are supposed to use to build infrastructures, provide for your people, you steal it. Go to Dubai, go to USA, go to UK, go to Europe, go to Arab countries. You buy properties and that is, nation will come visit all of you one by one. Nation will this is why the black race, everywhere you go, they mess you up. How many Europeans have stolen European money and purchased properties in Africa? Let me ask you. Have you seen, for those of you talking, have you seen any European man? Have you seen any European politician who stole European money and took it to Africa? Have you seen any Arabic man, any what is it called? Arabian politician who stole money and took it to Africa and invested it in Africa? Have you seen such? Have you seen a Chinese? Have you seen a Chinese politician who stole Chinese money and come to Africa to dump the money and invest the money? That is to tell you the kind of mind black people have. That is to tell you the kind of mind we have. There is no other race that does what we do. No other race. Only the black race will steal money belonging to their own people, go to another continent, dump the money. Some self will not live to eat the money. They will die, and that money will be used by the country they kept the money in. At times, you see these countries refuse to return the money when the people die, the politicians die, and their own people are suffering. How do you expect to be respected? Why? How? Nobody respects you as an African man. How? How many Europeans travels to Africa for medical treatments? The black man always wants to be a slave, a servant, a follower. How many Europeans travels to Africa? Have you seen an European man go to Africa to go receive? To him, to a white man, it is an insult for a black man to treat him. To a white supremacist, it is an insult to go to a black man's hospital, to go to Africa for medical checkup. I told you, the black race have not, they don't know what is called race pride. You don't know what is called race pride. Racial superiority, you don't know it. How many Europeans send their children to Africa to attend school? Not even Chinese. No other race does it. Because they will see it as a slap to them to come to Africa and go to school. Send their children to African university. Go to an African hospital for an African doctor to operate or treat them. No. The only Europeans or Chinese you see in Africa or their children are those that are on diplomatic missions. Those that are on diplomatic mission, these are the ones you see in Africa. But the black man, the money he is supposed to use and develop his country because of his hatred for his own people. Because of his hatred for his own people, he will steal the money, go dump it in America. He will steal the money, go to Saudi Arabia, go to Dubai, go to Kuwait, go to everywhere and dump it, and his people will be suffering. Then I discovered one thing. I discovered something, that these people are bent on retaining power as long as it takes. They are bent on holding on to power, destroying Africa as long as it takes, enriching their families, enriching themselves as long as African people did not rise to fight for what belongs to them. This is the sad reality. Somebody said he has a question. What question do you have? I have your attention now. I'm listening to you. See, do you think I'm happy living here for many years? Most part of my life, I spent it here. As an African man, I know. I see how other races relate to each other. I see how they relate to me, how they address me, how they talk to me. Not only me, I see how they talk to anything black, African. I see it. The white respects the whites. They respect the Chinese. They respect the Japanese, even the Arabs. But nobody respects the black race. Very wicked people. Now, what is going on in Africa now is, you see a politician. I told you they run countries as private businesses. That's their game. When they get to power, they consolidate power. Do you know what they do? You see a governor, after his tenure, he wants to transfer power to his in-law or to his child, his son. a governor. Hey, Africa. They run states as private businesses. The black man. You see a black man want to run a state as his state as a private business. Some, after their tenure, as they are still in office, they will be scheming for ways to install their son-in-law or their son, their biological son, as the next governor. In Africa, you don't know what's playing out. Until the masses arise, you as a poor man, you don't understand what I'm saying. You will not have any future. What is going on in Africa is, number one, godfatherism. Godfatherism. That is, if you have no godfather, if you have no godfather, you have godfather, you have nothing for you. You have no connection, forget it. Go to university, graduate, go to anywhere. As far as your father is nobody in Africa, no future for you, no future for your children. Is this the kind of country you want to live in? These people have stolen so much money and used, that is, they bought, that is, they used the police, the soldiers to protect themselves. And they have held and they continue to hold the countries captive. Sometimes when I stay, what is it even called, self? How many governors you hear about misplaced, what is it called? Funds, stolen funds. How many you hear about corruption? How many politicians have gone to jail for 2-3 years, 5 years for stealing fund? How many? All the corruption going on. The only people you see in prisons, you find in prisons are petty thieves, poor people. The prison, jail, is built for poor people in Africa, not for the rich. You see that thing that happened to P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. You see that thing that happened to Puff Daddy in US. It will not happen in Africa. That particular thing that happened to P. Diddy, it will not happen. In Africa, if you've got money, you are above the law. If you've got money in Africa and you have contacts, you are above the law. You are untouchable. Do you want to live in such a society where the rich are untouchable? Government officials, they commit crime, they do whatever they want. Even most of the crime taking place, genocide taking place, are sponsored by politicians. Genocide taking place in many African countries. These things you see, they attack villages. It doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from somewhere. There are people who are sponsoring it. Devil in human form, devil incarnate. People who have sold their soul to the devil. All what they know how to do is to, let me tell you, you that claim to be a religious person, you are calling on God to protect you. No God is coming to protect you until you protect yourself. There is no savior. Don't be deceived. I told you. Religion is scam. If there is war outbreak, no God is coming to save you. No Jesus Christ, no Muhammad, no Allah, no God. You save yourself. You praying for a savior. You praying for somebody to come and they will keep eliminating you until they complete their agenda, until you learn to protect your villages. If the government is not able to protect you, if the governance of your state is not able to protect you, you look for a way to this is your life. People die and nothing is done about it. Now me they talk. All the people that have been murdered, that are dead, nothing was done about it. Culprits went scot-free. A whole 16 people were unalived last Sunday. Nothing was done about it. 20 houses burnt. Nothing done about it. People's houses, what's the aim? Who is behind these attacks? Africa. Africa. Why are we like this? What is the worth of a black man's life? You are not able, you can't compete with the whites, the Chinese. You cannot. All what you know how to do is to fight each other, take out each other, eliminate each other. It's a shame. It's a shame to be called a black man. To be honest, you don't see Europeans eliminate each other. You don't see them. It's very rare. They don't do it. How can you conquer? How can you conquer when you fight among yourself? How can your country move on? Let me tell you, those that are responsible for these atrocities, for this corruption, for these crimes, have no faith in these countries. These people don't even believe that they are part of that country. Do you understand me? Somebody said even Europeans don't do it. I live in Europe here. Europeans don't eliminate one another. Since the end of World War, there is no European country here, Western Europe, that have you seen heard of any war in Swiss, in any European? The places they fought war was the Balkans back then in the 90s, and they quickly solved that issue. What Europeans know after the First and Second World War, they realized that war does nobody good. War is a waste of money and human life. Yes, war is a waste of money and human life. So, in war, there is no winner. All these things you see that is happening in Africa now, if it continues to happen, the country will keep going down. You lose people, you lose money, you lose resources. At the end of the day, who is down? The people of Africa is down. Even the more you eliminate each other, the more you do each other harm, the more Europeans, Chinese, they thrive. They love it. Finish yourselves. Eliminate one another. Eliminate one another. See the Chinese. I have a Chinese friend. This Chinese friend told me, Chinese people, they love their countries so much. After they eliminated corrupt politicians, what they do is they go for where there is money. They travel everywhere now around the world because their population is huge. Of recent, they go to Africa, take everything, whatever they can take, and go and build their country. A Chinese friend told me, if you go to China, China has the best infrastructures now in this world. Even their villages are developed. Their villages. They go to Africa, they get money, they make money in Africa, they take it back to China. All their villages, if you go to China, they have the best infrastructure. All their villages are developed. A people, a particular country, look at the black race. Look at the black race. You fight local wars, destroy each other. The time you are supposed to use and develop your society, your this thing, all what you preach is, who is even these people sponsoring this, who are the people sponsoring these attacks? Your mosque, and your churches, you are supposed to use and preach peace, peaceful coexistence. Peaceful coexistence. That's what you should use your mosque to preach. Preach love. Preach unity and not hatred. Guys, 1 second. And I'm coughing. If you see coughing, you preach. Listen, as an elder, you use those places, those mosques where the youths gather. You preach message of peace, not violence. You are supposed to teach the coming generation that to unalive a person is evil. That is what you're supposed to do as an elder, not sponsoring terrorist attacks, not sponsoring violence. The violence you sponsored today will still come visiting you tomorrow, by and large. The violence you sponsored today will come, if not you, that violence will visit your children and your generation to come. I'm the person telling you. Use every chance you've got to spread love among humans and not hate and violence. Now let me go further. Let me go further. You see, religion was a tool used to deceive the people of Africa, and some people are still holding on to it. Now let me tell you, if you look at the whole of African continent, let's say sub-Saharan Africa, sub-Saharan African countries, if you look at all these countries, which country in Africa has enough weapons to defend herself? Which one? Which country in Africa is a force to reckon with? You go to churches, you go to mosques, see the mentality. Nobody respects the black race. You are not even able to produce weapons to defend yourself. You only fight each other. The world don't recognize you, don't respect you. What have you got? You have no weapon to defend yourself. You only fight each other. You sponsor local fights, local war. Go to the church and unalive this. You are a shame. The black race is a shame. See India. India has got nuclear power. India. You can't, Indian people, the West cannot bully. Nobody can bully Indian citizens anyhow. See Pakistan. A lot of you do not know that Pakistan has nuclear power. Pakistan. You don't look down on these people. Pakistan has, which country in Africa has nuclear power? Can defend even. If any Western, any world power decides to wipe out the whole Africa, they can decide to wipe out Africa. You have no means of defending yourself. You, the black man, all what you know how to do is to fight each other, show hatred to each other. You don't want to compete with the rest of the world. Shameless people. Shameless people. Look at Israel. Few months ago, Iran sent missiles. I forgot how many. How many missiles Iran sent to Israel? They were all non-dropped. They were all intercepted in the air, non-dropped. You see a country that has the capability to defend her territories. Did you know at the time it happened? Iran sent, what's it called? Launched missiles. What's it called? None dropped. They were all intercepted. A country that cares for her citizens. This one, do you have the capability to defend your territory, to defend your people? You even on, that is, hi! There are people, their greatest regret in life is to be born in certain countries. Their greatest regrets in life. When I watched what happened last year, when Iran sent missiles to Israel, I watched it live. I saw how they were sending it. Israel intercepted all the missiles. Was it rockets or whatever? Intercepted all. None dropped. Can you do that? Do you have the capability? All what you know how to do is to show each other hatred, to unalive each other. Fight tribal wars. Shameless people. You only know how to eat food and carry women and marry many wives. Nothing in your brain. If the simplest things you cannot do. Keep concubines up and down. The only thing you know how to do is to buy properties for girlfriends up and down. Steal money and buy properties for girlfriends. Let me tell you, anybody that is listening to me now, anybody who says Europeans are the cause of African problems, man, we need to examine your head. If you open your mouth and say the white people, when did they leave Africa? 60 years ago, 70 years ago, they left Africa. So it was the Europeans that told them to be stealing money, to loot money and go and dump in foreign banks. To steal money and go buy properties. What are you talking? So it is Europeans that told them not to build roads, bridges, to be going to medical treatments in abroad, not to build good hospitals. So it is the Europeans that told them to be the police to be taking bribes. Europeans told them, what about the money? That is, man, there is something I don't know. I wanted to say this. Some people begged me not to say it. What is going on in some embassies? Some people beg me that it will affect them. I shouldn't say it. If you know how black people are treating each other, if you know, even when I had it, some people told me that, man, I said, why are black people so mean, so wicked to each other? Okere Chidebere said Israel has a missile defense system that deflects and unarmed missiles before it hits the target. That's what I'm talking about. Do you have it in your country? That missile defense system. That defense system that intercepted missiles. You can't produce nothing. All what you know how to do is to fight each other. You produce nothing. Shame. Man, I watched a video. What is it called? ICL in US. If you see what they are doing to people, immigrants. If you see what they are doing to immigrants, if you see African people, how they are running from immigration police, if you see how they are manhandling people, African people, you will know that these leaders you have in Africa are shameless. They know nothing about race pride. You cannot do this to Europeans. Africans are just seen as the least human beings, the lowest. If you see how they are treating black people all over the world, these leaders they are happy. They are happy. They are extremely happy to see these things. Somebody said every African criticizes each other, but it's just as wicked because we did not build strong institutions. We made our continent lawless. The law has no effect. People make law and break it. That is, you heard me say godfatherism, contact. Somebody will commit a crime and he knows the judge, the lawyers, chief of staff. They will give order, allow them, leave them off the hook. That's what is obtainable in Africa. The laws are there, but the laws are not effective. Commit a crime, if you have contacts, you go scot-free. This is Africa. Why did you listen to me? Why is it that after one's tenure is over, when a president, a governor, a senator, after whoever, any political office holder, after the tenure, you will hear that this person embezzled money, looted money, nothing will be done to the person. Somebody who stole money. If I tell you stories, somebody who stole money, after the tenure, nothing will be done. No prison, they forgive. They sort things out. They give bribes and go free. Come to abroad and buy houses. Balance. They will steal your money and be oppressing you on top of it. The ones that chose to use the money and build to build houses in their home countries, they steal these monies, build houses in their own country, and then they will be oppressing the poor. They will tell you, you cannot do nothing. You cannot, you are a poor man. The black man will tell you, you are a poor man, you are a nobody. Your father, you have no surname. Your father is nobody. And he is bragging with the money he stole. The public fund. He built himself a castle, a big house, bought himself cars, married multiple wives, have concubines, and then surround himself with security personnel and tell you cannot do anything. He has looted, stolen enough money to defend himself. In a lawless society. Somebody made a request. Make that request again. Let me bring you in. And then I end this broadcast here. Make that request again. I'll bring you in. You say your mind. And then I end this broadcast. Well, The person that made the request, if you don't want to make the request anymore, then we call it a day. I've spoken my mind. When are we going to get things right in Africa? When? If everybody is afraid to speak, you see the black man, the black man is a coward. I realized this later. The black man is a coward. Among the whole race we have in this life, I've concluded, it is my own conclusion that the black man is fearful. I swear. When it comes to bravery, bravery, the bravest are the Vietnamese. The Vietnamese, followed by the Europeans. The Europeans are brave. The Vietnamese, the Europeans, and then the Arabs. The black people are cowards. If you are not coward, you will not be the least. Yes. Fear is what is keeping Africa back. You don't want to, I don't want to die. I want to die alive. You want to marry your wife. You want to take care of your children. And generation after generation, the situation remains the same. The countries you are running to, the countries you want to go live in, the countries you are investing, you've stolen money, people sacrificed a lot. People fought for it to sanitize these countries. Men like you and I. So many people say, I don't want to talk. I want to live my life in peace. And since everybody will leave this earth one day. Nobody is leaving this earth alive. All of us, whether you talk or you don't talk, one day you will leave this earth. But what legacy are you going to leave behind? Your children, your offsprings are still going to be black people. They will face the same racism, the same, what's it called, insult, humiliation. They will be looked down upon. You got it now. Well, guys, a lot of people are watching on YouTube. I would like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I just came out to say my mind. I would be going live later. I've got nothing doing. I'm just sad. When I look at what's going on in Africa, it makes me sad. Sad. Why are we like this? Why are we so wicked? Why are these leaders heartless? How come we've not gotten anything right? No good leader, nobody. How come? Yeah, John Emeda said it's only us in the Western world that can help. Yes, but how many? How many? It's only us in the Western world that can help our people back home, our vulnerable. They waste time calling musicians instead of their ruler because they will be silenced if they do. Yeah, you may be right. Yes. That's why we need to keep speaking up. We need to keep speaking up, at a particular time in life, at a particular period in life, as a man, you've got to do what you've got to do. At least speak up. Do you understand me? Everybody will die one day. Nobody will live forever. It's better to die like a man than to live life as a coward. Yes, you cannot live your life, all your life as a coward. The worst thing that can do to any man is to live like a coward. You cannot stop me from speaking up when things are going wrong. The perpetrators of crime, you did not go against, you didn't go after them. Let me tell you what's going on. You see, in Africa, a politician will steal money. Nothing will be done to the politician. The politician will build houses, buy cars, and be living large. But you that speaks up, you that protest the security, they will send the security after you. Why did you speak? And because the person is a poor man, has nobody to defend him, the person, you that protested or spoke up, will be thrown into jail because you have nobody, you have no godfather. In Ebonyi State, 16 people were brutally murdered by Fulani herdsmen on Sunday. They say herdsmen came. 20 houses burned in Ebonyi State, and it is business as usual. 16 people died. In Senna Climes, that is enough to declare even public holiday. The president will address the nation. Look into it. They must how I love the Europeans. Europeans, if you murder one person, one European, I told you guys we don't know how to protect our own interests. We know nothing about self-pride. If you murder one European, they will hunt you down. There is no escape. They are ready to spend billions to make sure they get you and have you punished. In Africa, you see, hundreds of people will be murdered. Nobody blinks an eyelid. Nothing done. The governor, the president, nothing. The security, nothing will be done. The people that are dead are dead. What a continent. What a race. What a race. As if human life means nothing. As if human life means nothing. Ordinary crime you commit here, you did not eliminate anybody, you did not delete anybody's life. Ordinary crime, they will not let it slide. They will follow it. They are ready to spend millions to make sure you are caught, so that next time you don't commit the same crime. So that next time you don't commit the same crime. Since years, every time you hear the same thing, people are kidnapped, people are robbed, people were attacked in their villages, in different states. The same group of people, the herdsmen, keep attacking people's villages, and nothing has been done about it to stop it. The same group of people have been attacking villages in Nigeria, and nothing has been done about it. These people have not been apprehended, and that trend has not stopped. What a country. Human life wasted. And you don't want us to speak up. Say who died. Say what? Say what? Oppressive regime is what you have in many African countries. They want to silence all the voices so that they can be perpetuating, what's it called? So that they'll be carrying out their evil deeds, their atrocities. We are happy for the social media. If not for social media, Africa would have still been in Stone Age. Well, I want to end this here. I want to end this here. I'm not just happy. I'm not just happy. Well, I'll be making more videos. I'll be making more videos. We keep creating awareness. Well, you can rewatch this broadcast on my YouTube channel or my Victor, I appreciate you on my Facebook. John Emenda, no reasonable person will be happy with what's going on in Africa. Everybody wants to run away. This is what they want you to do. Run away from your homeland and they occupy it. The politician, the game, the tactics is scare you off. They want you to run. They want to scare you. They want you to run so that they will occupy your land, so that they take over your land. That's what they want. Systemic genocide. They want to scare you. They want to frustrate you from your land so that you flee from that land. This is my own understanding. So, thank you guys for being part of this podcast. I'm going to make more videos. It depends on how I feel, my mood. If the mood is there, I'm going to make more videos. Who is happy living in a foreign land as a slave, as a servant, when you come from a paradise? Just because, well, it seems, well, I don't want to talk much. Let's keep watching. Let's keep watching. Lord, still, I appreciate you. Well, guys, thank you for being part of this program. I want to end this broadcast now. So I'm going to go live again. In some hours, I'm going live again. See you. And when I go live, you know, it's not every time we discuss politics on this page. We discuss every issue. So this is just how I felt today. I saw news. Somebody said, then why didn't you, did I tell you I'm from your country? You are asking me a question. Do you have boss? He said, then why didn't you stay in Nigeria? Did I tell you I come from Nigeria? How do you prove if I come from Nigeria? Do I have business with you? What are you able to do to help humanity? You that is talking. What have you, can you do what have you? You cannot achieve what I've achieved when it comes to serving humanity. You that is talking now, you cannot even show your face. You see the black man. See the mentality. Then why didn't you? You want to run because other people are running. You cannot stand to defend your home. He said, then why didn't you? You see the mindset, envious human beings. Why didn't you? You see it now. See your mindset. So if everybody is running, you run and leave your homeland. Because you see me living in abroad, you want to leave your homeland and run and leave it for strangers to occupy. That is the black man's mentality. And you want to run to another man's land, to go and dwell in another man's land, a well-planned and developed land. You are not thinking, you see the mindset of a black man. You are not thinking, how do we rectify things? How do we change? How do we take back our country? How do we take back our communities? How do we make our community safe? The question you've come to ask is, why didn't you stay back? The black man. And you fail to understand that I am contributing so much towards the betterment of African society. See you. You are talking, even the person that is talking, the person is not even brave enough to show his face. You are hiding your face. You are not brave. You are a coward. You are a coward. You are not even, if you are not a coward, why are you hiding your face? You are a coward. You are not even brave enough to show your face. You come to talk to me. Why are you hiding yourself? If you are genuine, if you are brave, you hide your face. Most of the people you see that are hiding are criminals. People that they committed crime, they are hiding. Many people you see that cannot show their faces, they have skeletons in their cupboard. You see somebody on fake account, somebody you have no profile picture, you are nobody, you have no video of your own, you come to talk. You should be ashamed of yourself that you as a man, you are hiding yourself. Men show their face and fight their battles. You are hiding. You are not supposed to even open your mouth and talk in public or comment. Because you are living life as a coward. You are not living your life. You are not living your reality. You are living like as a fugitive. You are not supposed to, you should be ashamed of yourself because you are a coward. You can't pull anything in life. You see men like me, we show our face and we say things the way it is. We know the fear. We are not afraid. Man, I don't know where this fly came in from. We are not afraid. We speak the truth. So guys, I just wanted to educate this person. Do you understand me? As you see me here, I can't fight war. Did you hear me? I can't fight war because I know the dangers of war. I know in war, humans die. And I cannot shed blood, but I will do the right thing by guiding people, speaking up, campaigning for good governance, opening people's eyes. And there are things I know where my strength lies. Yes, when it comes to violence, I don't support it. But you see, when it comes to speaking up, exposing evil, you will see me there. Well, guys, thank you for being part of this broadcast. Yes, these things you see me, they are campaigning for peace. You will see me there. But all this blah, 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 blah. If I'm a coward, I cannot be going. It was, when I was replying a zombie. I was replying somebody that is not a human being. It seemed I was replying a zombie, maybe a little boy or whatever. So guys, thank you for being part of this broadcast. And see you guys later.